Hello fellow petrolheads, welcome to Jay's Motor World. Today I'm going to be giving some consumer advice. We're going to be seeing how much you need to earn to be able to afford a 200,000 Rand vehicle, and I'll be giving my personal recommendations on what you should buy if you had that 200,000 Rand. Let's get to it. Okay, so we will be using 200,000 Rand as our base. The factors I'm taking into consideration: we're doing a loan term over 5 years or 60 months. We're using a lending rate of prime plus 1%, so we're getting 11.5%, no deposit and no trading. We get a monthly payment of 4,399 according to my calculations. I've added insurance of 700 Rand and a tracking device of 120. Again, with your insurance, there's many factors that is going to influence your amount that you get, including your age, your demographic, your driving history, and the type of vehicle that we end up choosing. We get a total amount of 5,219, which needs to go towards your vehicle. I always advise, again, not to exceed 25% of your monthly net income to put towards a vehicle. So 100% of your 5,219, you eventually get 20,876, which you need to net per month to be able to afford a 200,000 Rand vehicle. This equates to a monthly cost to company of 24,500, which is then 294,000 annually. How I got to this amount? So again, I used Taxtim as my calculator. I played around with amounts and I found the sweet spot to be 24,500. 24,500 after your basic deductions of PAYE and UIF, you get a take-home net of 20,969 Rand. Again, depends on how your package is structured. Maybe you get more benefits. If my fellow brothers in the country have maintenance payments, this is obviously going to reduce this amount that you net. If you have baby mamas and other children, this amount is going to be much less. So this is just your basic to keep in mind. You may pause the screen if you just want to check how this calculation is done. Then what jobs in South Africa pay this amount? What jobs in South Africa pay 24,500 per month? So again, I used Google as my research. This is very basic, as again I said, depends how your package looks, but your basic functions, you can be an internal sales consultant, junior graphic designer, site foreman, and like a junior IT tech developer. These are also mostly your starting off jobs. And the fun part now, let's go to the cars I would recommend. So on my list, I've only have 3 cars which I would recommend. These are mainly due to what I feel are safe, reliable vehicles. There are other vehicles which you can get under my 200,000 Rand budget, but I won't personally recommend them, mainly based on the conditions I see these cars in and the longevity of these vehicles. So number 1 is the Suzuki Celerio. Suzuki Celerio, you can check on what this car looks like.
My style, yeah, can't you see my ride so fly? Everybody knows when I hit the metal on the pedal, no compromises, I don't settle. When I hit the road, you cannot meddle.
So the specs of the Celerio: you get a 1 liter naturally aspirated engine with 49 kilowatts and 89 newton meters of torque. Sounds like very little, but with being a very light vehicle, it's quite peppy. And I often see these cars keep to over 100 kilometers per hour on an uphill, given it may be with a single driver, but that just shows that it's got enough, get up and go that you're going to need daily. It's a perfect daily vehicle, perfect student car. Your GA comes with things like your steel wheels, but you do get a spare wheel. And this is the only car in this price range that comes standard with electronic stability program. So it's a safe vehicle. You've got ABS with EBD and brake assist. You've got dual front airbags, rear parking sensors. I mean, you've also got an engine auto start stop system. I mean, where do you see that in your entry-level vehicles? If you upgrade to the GL you can get in my 200,000 rand range. So guys, just shop around for those deals. You can get the GL manual transmission, get 15-inch alloy wheels, fog lamps, and with the GL you also get a 7-inch touchscreen. The icing on the cake is that Suzuki's come with a 5-year 200,000 kilometer warranty. So you're covered for a good 5 years and 200,000 kilometers. My next vehicle that I recommend is the Citroen C3. So the Citroen, the only one we can get within our price range is the Plus spec. The Plus spec comes with a 1.2 liter naturally aspirated engine. You've got 60 kilowatts and 115 newton meters of torque, which is quite a bit more than your Suzuki. It's also a fairly bigger vehicle than the Suzuki. You get 15-inch steel wheels, halogen headlamps. You do get LED daytime running lights, color-coded bumpers, audio controls on the steering wheel, aircon, power steering. You also get a 10-inch touchscreen and a 7-inch display within the instrument cluster. In the Plus spec you also get front airbags, driver and passenger, front side airbags, front and rear curtain airbags. So you get a lot more airbags that you do get in the Celerio. You don't get electronic stability control, however that's only available in the top spec max automatic, but you do get ABS and you get EBD. The Citroen comes with a 5-year 100,000 kilometer warranty, so same amount of years as the Suzuki but half the kilometers in warranty. Still a very comprehensive warranty. The last vehicle on the list but not the least is the Tata Tiago. The Tiago was recently launched in South Africa about 2 months ago. The vehicle has been around for quite some time in India, but we only got it now in South Africa recently. That being said, the vehicle still looks modern inside and out, and it's in par with the competition. So the spec that falls within our budget, you have the XM. You can get the XM under 200,000. And that comes with things like your front dual airbags. You get a Harman Kardon infotainment system, 2 speakers. You get a nice feature like an illuminated steering wheel. You also get rear parking sensors, power windows. Obviously, as you move up XT, XZ and XS Plus, you get more features including your stability program, which you don't get in the XM. The vehicle comes with a 1.2 liter naturally aspirated 3-cylinder engine. You got 86 PS, which equates to 63 kilowatts and 113 newton meters of torque. So enough bite for the small car. The Tata comes with a 3-year 100,000 kilometer warranty. So less years than both the Suzuki and the Citroen, but the same amount of kilometers as your Citroen. I would always advise, go to the dealerships, take the vehicles for a test drive, get quotes, play the quotes against each other once you decide which vehicle you want, and you can probably get a good deal for quite a bit less than my 200,000 rand budget. So just play around, guys. I'm sure you'll find what you want. Again, also for parents looking for a good, reliable, safe vehicle for their children if they just started university and they want their first cars, these are also very good first cars. Cool. Thanks guys, we've come to the end of the video. I hope you guys liked the video. Show some love and subscribe, and we'll check you on the next one. Stay safe out there.